Good afternoon. I'm back with the second edition. This will be session 11, and this one will be entitled, You Couldn't Do It Today If You Wanted to, or School Shut Down. This particular adventure was also the result of our good friend Morris Lodge, who turned out to be a fountain of valuable information for young minds with little of importance to occupy their time, or at least they thought so. So this session is an interesting one because history will play a role here. In our chemistry class, we learned from Mr. Lodge the formula and calculation on how to make ammonium nitrate. Now, I'm sure that this generation all knows about ammonium nitrate and knows that it's quite capable of blowing large buildings completely apart, killing and maiming hundreds of people, and in all aspects is a serious matter, and is truly a terrorist activity. Well, for us, it wasn't. For us, it was an experiment. And fortunately, Jim remembers an earlier phase to this story than I do, and that is that one of our group was the son of a doctor who who practiced at the Veterans Administration in Sheridan. And according to Jim, the original experiment or trial, I guess is the right word, took place at the VA under the direction of Dr. Sellers. And we got the results that we desired. Now, to make ammonium nitrate, one only needs some iodine crystals and some ammonia. Mixed in proper proportion, they make a liquid which dries almost instantly, and yet is so unstable that it explodes with a fair amount of force with just a few drops. Well, we were able to put together a bottle, or I don't know whether we may have had 2 bottles, I don't know. But at any rate, between classes one day, we were all out spreading our ammonium nitrate solution. We covered the stairwells going up and down. There were 2, one at each end of the building, and there were a fair amount of material left over, which we spread down the hallways, preferably in front of the door to the classroom. Now, you can imagine, I'm sure, the effect that had when that nitrate dried, and you unloaded hundreds of upper and lower class students into the halls and stairwells. If you've ever watched the Beatles, you know that girls are delightfully good at screaming and having quite a time. Well, that's exactly what happened. As soon as they emptied into the hallways, instantly were hundreds, literally, of explosions. And similar in sound and intensity to a medium-sized firecracker. And then they went up and down the stairs, and of course they ran into the same product on the stairs, and the results were really quite outstanding. As an observer, one couldn't help but enjoy the aftermath of this little episode. Of course, today, as I mentioned earlier, that kind of prank would, of course, instantly close the school down. They would vacate it, and they would track down whoever was responsible in no time at all. In thinking back, trying to recall, maybe Jim will remember if he ever looks at this, where we got the nitrate, or the, not the nitrate, but the iodine crystals. I seem to remember that we borrowed them from the chemistry class. He recalls very vividly he wasn't a doctor, lodge in the biology teacher, Dumont, out scraping up little spots that they found still unexploded on the stairs and whatnot to analyze. And of course, they came up with exactly what they thought they would, which was ammonium nitrate. So that goes to show you, I guess, that sometimes innocent pranks can take a different course in time. In this case, it turned out to be harmless and no one was hurt. And we got the desired results from the students and faculty. And all in all, had a very enjoyable day. So, once again, thanks for listening. Carpe diem.